So, hello students, welcome to the class. My name is Abhishek, and today we are going to discuss the topic of reasoning, and the name of the topic is tabular sitting arrangement. So, friends, in sitting arrangement, we have already discussed three kinds of arrangement: linear, circular, and parallel. And after this, we have the last type of arrangement, that is tabular sitting arrangement. So, friends, as the name implies, tabular sitting arrangement, it deals with the table, right? And if we talk about a table, so table is always in the form of rows and column, like you are looking here, right? So while solving the question of tabular sitting arrangement, there are some key points that you have to keep in your mind. Like the first point is the leftmost column, this column, right? This column is called as master column. Master column is not theoretically given. It is just an assumption that you can take the leftmost column as the master column, right? The role of this master column will be like the data will be put serially, right? Like if I talk about in a question, you are given with some names, name of days, their ages and cities, right? So you have to make the master column, and you have to make the priorities of days. Like if in the question days are given, so you have to write the master column as days, right? Days. And thereafter we have to write the name of days as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on, serially, right? Thereafter you have to start filling the table. If days is not there, you have to seek for month. If there is the name of month given in the question, if the name of the months given in the question, so you just write the master column as months, right? And thereafter just write the name of the column, write the name of the month, like January, February, March, and so on, right? If the days is not there, month is not there, just look for the name of the persons, right? The name of the person, as the name of the person are given in the same order, you have to write in the master column, right? So the primary role of the master column is the data will be put serially, right? Okay, why I'm just bringing the concept of master column, because in the table you have to put the data serially, and once one table has made serially, so further you can fill the data more easily, right? So friends, I mean, till now we have discussed a table, master column. You have to seek for the days. If in the question days is given, if days is not there, you have to look for months. If month is not there, you have to just write the name of the person, place, or thing, whatever is there, as the master column, right? Okay, so I'm just coming on the questions, like how do the question will be. The question will be like, as you are looking that the name of the topic is tabular sitting arrangement. The question direction 1 to 5. The question is, six scientists A, B, C, D, E, F have to demonstrate their subject, namely chemistry, geology, botany, physics, geology, and maths. One scientist will demonstrate on one day. Demonstration will start from Monday and will end on Saturday or on Sunday. So friend, the first thing that you have to do, that you have to find the, if the name of the days are given in the question. So if we are reading the question, like days, name of the days are given. So just write leftmost column as master column, days, and put the name of the days serially, right? So I'm just writing like this. Okay, it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so thereafter what you have to do, you have to just read the question and start filling up the data. Like for example, here in the question you are given with the name of days, thereafter the name of the scientist, so you have made the next column as name, and their subjects, those they are demonstrating, so you have made 3 columns, right? Thereafter you have to read these sections one by one, and start filling in the table. It is not obvious that from the first statement you will start filling in the table. No. Okay, wherever you are finding any data that you can put into table, just start putting into the table, right? Like first statement, if we go through, this is chemistry will immediately follow geology, right? So we don't have any information that where will be chemistry and where will be geology, so we are leaving this. Option number second, statement number second is A, who is a mathematician, will demonstrate either on second or last day. So it's not show that A mathematician will be on second day or the last day. Okay. उसके बाद third statement, C will demonstrate on third day. So third day is Wednesday, so we can put C here. And physics will be on fifth day, so we can put the physics on fifth day. So fifth day will be Friday, so physics can be here. Thereafter, fourth statement is E, who is a geologist, will demonstrate on second day. So E, second day is obviously Tuesday, and subject is geology, so we can put geology here, right? Thereafter, if we come back to the second statement, that is A, who is a mathematician, will demonstrate either on second or last day. So friends, on second day, E has already demonstrated. That means A will demonstrate on last day, and the last day is Sunday. And the subject of A is mathematics. So here we can write maths. Okay. Thereafter, in the last statement, B has demonstrated on Monday, and the rest day will be immediately after F demonstration. So friends, if we look in the table for the rest day, so rest day can be either Thursday or Saturday. But if we check for the option of Thursday, so Thursday cannot be rest day, because he's saying that rest day will be immediately after F demonstration, and Thursday is just after C's demonstration, so Thursday cannot be an off day. If we check for Saturday, so Saturday can be an off day, and it will be immediately after F, so this will be the off day, right? Okay. If we go through the first statement, that is chemistry will immediately follow geology, that means we can simply write first geology and thereafter chemistry, because chemistry will immediately follow geology, right? We can write like this. Thereafter, second statement, A, who is a mathematician, will demonstrate either on second or last day. So we can we have already put. C will demonstrate on third day, and physics will be on fifth day. We have already done this. B has demonstration on Monday, so we can write like this. B has demonstration on Monday, and rest day will be immediately after F demonstration. So friends, if we check the left scientist name, that is D, so we can put Thursday in the left column. And if we check for the left subjects, so we can simply put in the Monday, and the left subject is botany, so we can place botany here. So friends, this is my final arrangement, and once we are done with the arrangement, so we can give the answers of the question, right? Like if we check, if we check the available questions, like the question is, on which of the following days no demonstration will take place? So friends, answer is very simple. The answer will be Saturday. C will be the answer. If we check second, like on which day botany will take place, so botany will be taking place on Monday. Thereafter, chemistry will immediately preceded by which of the following subject? So chemistry preceded by physics, so answer will be D here. Thereafter, fourth, who demonstrates physics? So physics F, answer will be F. Who among following demonstrates just after B? and just before C. So answer will be E, right? So friends, this was our first question that was based on the name of days, where we made a table of 3 columns and 7 rows. The first column was called as master column, and we look for days, month. If days is there, we make the master column, and we made the master column of days here, right? So friends, in the series of the questions, we have a next question 6 to 10. The question is like, there are 5 boys in a certain school. Their names are Ram, Sham, Ashok, John, and Charit. Each of them represents the school in one of the following sports: cricket, table tennis, basketball, lawn tennis, football. Their ages are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in any order. Their coaches are Mr. Peter, Mr. Raju, Mr. Nehra, Mr. Jha, Mr. Abdul, not necessarily in the same order. The following information is also known. So if we look at the given statement firstly, like I'm not finding any name of days or name of month, right? So I can just uh, make the master column with the name of the players, right? So master column will be the leftmost column. Thereafter, the data that is given, like the name of the sports we are given, so we can write sports. Thereafter we have the third column of age, and thereafter we have fourth column of coaches. So we can make like this, right? In the master column we have to put the name of the person serially, so we can write as Ram, Sham, Ashok, John, and Charit, right? And thereafter just start reading the statement and put one by one. Like my first statement is Sham play football, neither Mr. Peter, Mr. Raju is his coach. So Sham, and the name of the sport is football. He's saying that neither Mr. Peter, neither Mr. Raju, not Nehra. So Raju will not be here, and Nehra will not be here. Thereafter, John is neither oldest nor youngest, and he play lawn tennis. So John play lawn tennis, and his age can be 12, 13, or 14. Thereafter, Ram's coach is Mr. Jha. So this is very definite that Ram's coach will be Mr. Jha. Thereafter, 13-year-old boy play cricket. So we don't have any information like who will be 13-year-old boy. So we are done with the third statement. We are done with the second statement. We are done with the first statement. Okay. Thereafter, fifth statement is Ashok age is the average of those of Sam and John. So we don't have the age of Ashok, John, and Sham. So we can leave it. Thereafter, sixth statement is the youngest boy played table tennis and Charit play basketball. So we can put the name of sport after Charit, that is basketball, and the youngest boy play table tennis. So we don't have any information. Mr. Peter and Mr. Raju are the coaches of football and cricket, not necessarily in the same order. Football and cricket. So Mr. Raju will not the coach of football. So Raju will be the coach of cricket. Definitely cricket must be here. So we can write here. And Raju is here. So we can simply write the name Peter will here, because he is saying that Mr. Peter and Mr. Raju are the coach of football and cricket. Thereafter, the second oldest boy play lawn tennis. So second oldest boy, that means that person will be of 14 years, right? Second oldest boy play lawn tennis, and he is not coached by Mr. Nehra. That means Nehra will not be here. So if Nehra is not here, so Nehra must be here. And if Nehra is here, so one coach is left, that is Mr. Abdul. So we can write Abdul here. Okay, if we check fourth statement, so fourth statement is 13-year-old boy play cricket. So we can place cricket here. And thereafter, the youngest boy played table tennis. So youngest boy played table tennis. We are left with one sport. So Ram sports will be table tennis, and youngest boy, that means his age will be 11. Thereafter, we are left with the fifth statement, that is Ashok age is the average of those of Sham and John. So if we check Ashok age, that is 13, is equal to Sham age, we don't know, let us suppose X, and John age is 14 divided by 2. So if we check for the value of X, this will be 26 minus 14, and this will be 12. So this is very definite that the value of Sham age will be 12 years, and we are left with the one age, that is Charit. So Charit age will be 15 years, right? So friends, this is our final arrangement. And once we are done with the arrangement, we can give the answers of the question. Like if we check for question number 6, the question is like, what is the age of John? So the age of John is 14 years. So we can place 14. Thereafter, which boy is coached by Mr. Abdul? So Mr. Abdul are the coach of John. So John will be here. Thereafter, eighth question, who is the coach of second youngest boy? So second youngest boy is a 12-year boy, that is Sham, and the coach of Sham is Mr. Peter. So here the answer will be Mr. Peter. Thereafter, question number 9, for which sport is Mr. Nehra coached? So Mr. Nehra is coached for basketball. So friends, answer will be D here, right? So we are looking that once we are done with the arrangement, we can give the answers of the question very easily, right? Coming to the next question, like the question is 11 to 14, and here we will be doing some other kind of tabular sitting arrangement, right? Other kind of tabular sitting arrangement, like we will see that what we have to do in the questions. Like question number 11 to 14, A, B, C, D, and E are 5 cities, of which 3 are industrial cities, 2 are port cities, 1 hill station, and 3 cities have universities, right? So here also we don't have any name of days or months. So just write the name of the person like A, B, C, D, and make this that's master column, right? Thereafter he is saying that 3 are industrial city, so we can make the column as master column, and this will be industrial city, and the number of industrial cities are 3, so we can place. Thereafter 2 port city, so we can write 2 port cities. Thereafter 1 hill station, so we can write as 1 hill station. And thereafter 3 city have university, so we can write as 3 city have universities, right? Thereafter what we have to do, we just have to make tick and cross, right? Wherever you are finding the right information, just mark as tick, and wherever you are finding the wrong information, just mark it as wrong. So friends, start reading the statement. Like statement number 1, hill city has university but not port. Okay, this time we don't have any information regarding this. Second, the industrial cities with universities don't have port. We don't have any information regarding this right away. Thereafter, 2 industrial cities have universities, and C and D are not industrial city. That means C and D are not industrial city, and the industrial city that we are left with is A, B, and E. Thereafter, D is not a port city, so we can write D is not a port city. No port city has university, and B is a port city. So B is a port city, and he is saying that no port city have university. So this we are done with the statement number 4, right? Okay. Thereafter, none of the industrial city has hill station. D is a hill station, so we can write as D is a hill station. E has university, so E we can mark it as right. Thereafter, if we check, the number of hill station is always is one here in this question. So we are done with one tick. So rest of the places will not be hill station. So we can cross in between. Thereafter, if we start reading the statements from the beginning, he is saying that Hill City has university but not port. So if we check, Hill City, Hill City has university but not port. So this is done. Hill City has university but not port. So we are done with the first statement. Thereafter, industrial cities with universities don't have a port. So industrial city with university don't have a port. That means E will not be a port, right? And industrial city with university, that means A. Industrial city with university will not be a port. That means A will not be a port. That means if we check for port city, there are there are two port city, and we are left with one tick. So there will be C will be a port city, right? And if we check for university, we have already done with three tick. So C will not be a university, right? So again, once we are done with the arrangement with the table, so we can give the answers of the question. Like if we check the available question, like question by 11, which city has industry as well as port, port, but not university? So obviously the answer will be B. Thereafter, if we check question number 12, the question is like which two city has port? So port will be B and C. So answer will be none of these. Thereafter, which industrial city does not have university? So which industrial city don't have university? Answer will be simply B, right? So friends, once you are done with the arrangement, you can give the answers of the question very easily, right? This time we have one more question, like question number 15, a little bit tricky. The question is like read the following information carefully and answer the question given below. The question is like PQRS are six members of the family. Each of them engaged in different profession. Doctor, lawyer, teacher, engineer, nurse, manager. Each of them remains at home on a different day of week from Monday to Saturday. So friends, here already we have found the name of days. So we can mark the master column as the name of the days. And simply we can write the name of the days serially. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just we have written as the master column. Okay. Thereafter we have the name of the people like PQRSTU and their profession. So we can mark as the master column as name and profession, right? Okay. Thereafter, just read the information and start putting the available information. Like we are done with the second and first statement. Now the third statement is the lawyer in the family remains at home on Thursday. So friends, Thursday and profession lawyer. So we can write the lawyer here, right? Thereafter, R remains at home on Tuesday. So R will be simply here, statement done. Thereafter, P, a doctor, does not remain at home either on Saturday or Wednesday. So, from P, a doctor will not remain at home or on Wednesday or Saturday, but it is obvious that P is a doctor. So, we are writing this in separate space. We are done with the fourth statement. Thereafter, S is neither doctor nor teacher and remains at home on Friday. So, friends, Friday S will be here, and he is not a doctor nor teacher. So, doctor, it cannot be doctor because doctor is P. we are writing that he is not a teacher. Okay, S is neither doctor nor teacher and remains at home on Friday. So friends, this is also done. Thereafter, he is saying that Q is an engineer and T is a manager. So this is the information that is given. Okay, so P a doctor, and P will not be on Wednesday and Saturday. So the only place that is left for P is Monday. So P, and the profession of P is doctor. So this is very obvious, right? So we can remove P from here. Okay. Thereafter, teacher will not be on Friday. So obviously, a teacher will be on Tuesday, and we can put teacher here, right? Now we are left with two people, that is that is uh, that is Q and T, where Q is an engineer and T is a manager. So friends, this is very obvious that we are left with two places. Q, if Q is here, so Q will be an engineer, and if Q is here, so Q will be an engineer. Likewise, if T is on Wednesday, so T will be a manager, and if T is on Saturday, so T will be a manager, right? So, friends, in this question, we have two possibilities, like Q and T can be either on Wednesday or Saturday. If Q is on Wednesday, so T will be on Saturday, or if T is on Wednesday, then Q will be on Saturday, right? And we are left with one profession, the profession of S, and only one profession we are left with, that is nurse. So we can put nurse here. So friend, this is our final arrangement. If we check the available options for this question number 15, like which of the following combination is not correct? If we check R, teacher, correct. Q, engineer, correct. T, manager, correct. Us, S, nurse, correct. So friends, all are correct. Thereafter, question number 16, which of the following combination is correct? Uh, Lawyer, Tuesday, so this is not correct. Teacher, Wednesday, can be and cannot be. Manager, Friday, wrong. Engineer, Thursday, wrong. Nurse, Friday. So friends, nurse Friday is the right option. Thereafter, question number 17, like who is the nurse? So friends, here S will be the nurse. 18 question, who among them remains at home on the following days on which R stays at home? So friends, after R, if we check, there are two people who are staying, Q or T. So any among Q or T can be at home. So Q or T, anybody can be there. Okay, if we are looking at the arrangement, so we are not done with the entire arrangement. One place is left, one name is left, and the name left, that is U, right? Okay, so I guess all are clear with the arrangement. There are two possible arrangement of the question, right? Okay, I'm coming to the next question. Like the question we have is 19 to 21, and the question is, out of four persons, Arun, Bharat, Chandu, Dharma, two are interested in hockey, two in cricket, two are painters, one is singer, and one is dancer. Each young man has one outdoor interest and one hobby concerned with fine arts, right? Thereafter, if we check for the available statements, none of the words like name of the days or name of the month is given. So we can simply mark the leftmost column as the master column. So we can write as name as master column, and as a master column, we can just simply write the name as given in the question. So Arun, Bharat, Chandu, and Dharma, right? Thereafter, he is saying that two are interested in hockey. So we can simply write as two people will be playing hockey. Two in cricket, so we can write as two people will be playing cricket. Thereafter, two painters, so we can write as two people will be doing painting. One is singer, so we can write it as one singer. Thereafter, one dancer, so we can write it as one dancer. Okay. Thereafter, he is saying that each young man has one outdoor interest and one hobby concerned with fine art. If we check the outdoor interests, so outdoor interests available are two, that is hockey and cricket. So we are separating the hobbies based on two parts. The hockey and cricket are outdoor interests, and painting, singing, and dancing are the hobby concerned with fine art, right? Thereafter, just start making tick and cross. Like he's saying that Arun is not a painter, nor does he play hockey. So Arun, not a painter, nor does he play hockey, right? Thereafter, Bharat does not dance, so Bharat does not dance. Okay. Thereafter, a dancer plays hockey, and Bharat and Dharma do not play cricket. Bharat and Dharma do not play cricket. Okay. We are only given with this information. If we check like available cricketers, there are two cricketers, two cross, so available will be the cricketer, right? And each of the young men has one hobby concerned with fine art and one outdoor interest. That means the person who are interested in hockey will not be cricket. That means Bharat will be interested in hockey, and Dharma will be interested in hockey, and Chandu will not be interested in hockey. Thereafter, the dancer play hockey. If we check hockey, like hockey are playing two people, Bharat and Dharma, right? Bharat is not a dancer. That means Dharma will be a dancer because he is saying that the dancer play hockey. That means second dancer will be playing hockey, right? Only one dancer is there, so rest of the people I can cross, right? Each of the four person has only one hobby concerned with fine art. That means the one who is a dancer will not be singer and will not be a painter. There are two painters available. That means Bharat will be a painter and Chandu will be a painter. If Bharat outdoor interest, if Bharat fine arts is painting, so it cannot be singer or it cannot be dancer. Same as Chandu will not be a singer. Only one singer is available. So Arun will be a singer. So friends, when we are done with the arrangement, we can give the answers of the question. Like if we check for question number 19, who among the following plays cricket? So cricket, Arun and Chandu. So Arun and Chandu, answer will be D. Thereafter, who among the following is a singer? So singer will be Arun. So answer will be B. And if we check for question number 21, which play shows the correct relationship of game and hobbies of Dharma? So cricket singing, no. Cricket painting, no. Hockey and dancing. Hockey and dancing will be the correct option. So friends, like this, we can do the questions of tabular sitting arrangement. We are done with the two kind of question of tick and cross, and three kind of questions wherein we have made rows in column and we have put a master column, and thereafter we started putting the data as per the name of the days or as per the name of the persons, right? Uh, I have an assignment for you people, like who all are looking the video, watching the video. I have a question for you, like question number 22 to 24, right? And I suggest that all of you that who all are looking for the video, just go for the question 20 22 to 24, right? And if you people have any doubt, any query, we can meet on team meet, or we can talk anywhere, right? I think you all have my contact number, right? Okay, thank you so much.